All right. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising, grand rising, my normies and not normies. I hope y'all having a good morning or afternoon or evening, whatever time it is, by the time I upload this video and by the time you guys listen to it or watch it, whatever the case may be. Because I realize I'm not up to date with my uploadings. I've recorded content and then found out that this piece right here has a shortage and is the part that connects to my microphone and was causing a lot of issues. So my content is not how it's supposed to be. So when I was playing some of my content to see what it was about, because I couldn't remember the day that I recorded it, because I didn't go in, but like right after I recorded it to put any name to it or nothing. I just left it on the laptop. I'd find that a lot of my audio was like in and out, in and out, in and out, and you couldn't hear it. So I had to delete a lot of content. To say that I am not a happy camper, I am not a happy camper because I lost out on a lot of content, which obviously means that, I lost out on some valuable information that I could have been delivering to you guys. And some fun stuff too, because we did, have some fun stuff also, but the audio was horrible. Like, you can see that I'm talking, but you couldn't even hear it at all. So I wasn't gonna put that up because just wasn't quality content. And of course, I already have all these strikes against my channel, like our channel. It's bad enough that we don't post consistently at a certain time. It's bad enough that we don't have, planned content because our life is not planned. Our life just happens. So, we have all these things against us, already as it is. You know what I mean? And then kind of find out, I'm a little upset with YouTube. I don't know what is going on with my watch hours, but I was already over 1,000, at 1,000 watch hours, and now my watch hours have dropped, and they continue to drop. And when I say they're dropping, my watch hours went from 1,000 to 930 to 8 to now we're at 740. How is that even possible? I'm already struggling because I want to get my account monetized. Obviously, the more people I reach, the better my message gets out there, the more people I can help. Sorry, but this new good stuff. My back is killing me. Plus, I got some mucus on my chest with the weather change. This is when my asthma starts to generate. I get bronchial asthma. I have asthma, but then I get bronchial asthma, and it starts to generate a whole bunch of mucus. This is usually how I take it out. I still haven't gotten my machine. I don't know what happened. Doctor put it in twice, but I still haven't gotten it. Both me and her need it. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose, y'all. And I did have a tissue. Well, here it is. Sorry, y'all. That was rude. But if I don't blow my nose, I can't talk. No, I'm not swallowing the boogers for nobody. So I have to delete a lot of content, and it's not cool. And it's already sucking that I'm dealing with a depression that I'm struggling to figure out how to get out of. But I realized that it's going to be really difficult for me to get out of this depression because it plays a part with my environment. It's huge with my environment. Huge. I don't want my girls to come out yet. Huge with my environment. So yeah, it's hard to get out of this depression because I'm still in my environment. And my environment's not going to be going anywhere until I can get out of it. Can't get out of it if I can't find somewhere else to go. Can't find somewhere else to go if I don't have no way to find other places or private landlords that are willing to rent out. I'm really looking like I should try to just buy a mobile home. But my credit score went down after I brought it up because I made the mistake. Well, no, I didn't make the mistake. Life kicked me. I opened the self account, right? That's when all the payments and everything had stopped. Life kicked me again, and I couldn't make the payments, and self closed, and now my credit score went down. Even though I'm paying everything else on time, the other two credit cards and the other loan type, because I have something else that's like self, all those are getting paid on time. The self really screwed me. It dropped my credit bad. So now I have to try to get it back up again. I was going to try to buy a mobile home, which is why I was building my credit, and then self just came in. Like, everybody else now is calling me for, hey, you owe a bill from da 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 da. Like yesterday, I got tricked. Oh, I felt so bad. Well, not bad. Let's put it like this. I was disappointed in myself yesterday because I gave somebody else the power of my emotions that I shouldn't have. And I wrote a blog last night. I talked about the changes I had made and how proud of myself I was over it. And that blog came from the disappointment that I had yesterday within myself. And I was really feeling down over it. Like, I was really disappointed in myself. But instead of wallowing in that negative feeling, it helped me realize how much I had changed and grown on not allowing other people to affect my emotions and my feelings. And I realized why it bothered me so much because I had grown so much and I had changed so much that I couldn't believe that I allowed myself to fall backwards in a way. So I'm gonna rewind back a little bit. Yesterday in the morning, I get an unexpected phone call. Hey, Miss Hernandez, it's Tycon Medical calling you. We are ready to deliver your wheelchair. Are you available tomorrow? Meaning today. I was like, yeah, I'll be home. Somebody gonna go. Um, well, you'll be there between 10 to 3 to give you your wheelchair. So, click. I'm trying to internally process this. It's, I'm on one shoulder, it's yay, finally. We've been doing this since August, you know what I'm saying? Or July. July. Everything happened in June for Father's Day. So we've probably been doing this since July. And, it is now April 27th. And here I'm finally getting a call with, you're finally getting your permanent wheelchair. And I've been waiting for it. So on one side, I'm like, thank God, finally, like the wait is over. I can get rid of this uncomfortable wheelchair that doesn't really work for my type of situation. And it makes sometimes sitting here painful. Um, then you've got this shoulder with, oh shit. So this is real. This shit is happening. Like, ain't no denying it. The science ain't denying it. Like, this ain't no doctor disagree. Um, there wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess internally, I still had well, nothing's written in stone, which nothing still is written in stone. Don't get me wrong, but it's just different. Like, I just kind of felt like it could have been denied. Like the insurance could have been like, well, there's not enough proof, or she doesn't, nope, nope, you know what I'm saying? No, and where we need more, or like whatever. I just felt like in the back of my mind, I guess I just really thought it wasn't gonna go through, and I really thought it was just gonna be like a temporary thing. I guess you can say. Like I really just don't know how to explain it. I was in denial, I guess, but I wasn't in denial because obviously I'm living it every day and I'm running into obstacles because of it every single day. But by having the insurance approve it without a fight back, a kickback, or nothing, the only reason why it took so long was because the person who had originally started the process at that hospital had retired and nobody took over their cases, and it took us a while to find that out, and we were like bumping heads going back and forth, and finally when we figured out what actually happened, then the medical company itself was like, enough is enough, we'll take over and we'll get one of our people to come and evaluate you completely and measure you and do everything that the physical therapist was supposed to do, at the hospital and all that other stuff. So that's the only reason why it took so long. It wasn't because the insurance fought back or the doctor said I didn't need it and they fought back, or like all of my doctors were in agreement. Obviously, they gave paperwork to back up and prove whatever it was for me to get a level. Okay, okay. Before, I feel like I'm not. I feel like you guys are not understanding why it's a big deal to me. So I'm gonna break down a little bit more, which is I forgot this part, this main piece right here. So the wheelchair that I am permanently receiving is what they call a level 3 wheelchair. I did not know wheelchairs came in levels. I learned something new that day. It's a level 3 wheelchair, and normally patients who are require level 3 wheelchairs are usually patients with MS. So when they did the whole measurements and they were comparing like the wheelchair that they loaned me, because the one that I'm in now is one that they loaned me that I pretty much fought for, because the process was taking too long. This is before, when we were waiting for the hospital to do their piece. I had to fight for like a loaner. But when we found out what happened and they came to do their part, well, I was already in their loaner. So they were like, comparing like my, you know, me and this and how it would look and what I need from the level 3 wheelchair. So the difference between the wheelchair that I'm in now, which is I'm guessing a level 1, the basic wheelchair, is that I need to, and I require to be able to elevate my legs. And at times when my back becomes too much or the chronic pain becomes too much, and I require to shift my position or lay back, I have the ability to do so in that wheelchair as well. With this wheelchair, I can only uh, go back a certain amount, and it actually makes it kind of worse for my back than better. Even like right now, I'm leaning forward right now, my back hurts. If I go like this, I have no, my back is actually cramping more. So I have to, and then because of the way my butt is, because I do have a butt, I have to like really like when I get in the wheelchair, I have to go like this and then make sure I push all the way back and make sure my butt is like actually positioned, and my legs become very swollen and my feet become very swollen, and I end up retaining a lot of water. But then my legs start to tingle and hurt, and it comes up, and if it's a bad chronic pain, it just makes it 10 times worse. Sometimes I can actually feel two pains. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'll feel like my chronic pain, I'll feel it because my chronic pain is like head to toe, so I can feel it literally because when I'm sitting or laying or touching something, it just hurts. Um, and I can feel the leg pain, which is completely different from um, any other pain. Like I can just feel my legs like tingling, burning, or just like tingling, kind of like if I would have had the epidural, which is always how my legs feel. So if you hit it, it kind of feels like the epidural. It just not feel like a regular hit. I'll have like bruises or burns from when I'm smoking, and if I drop it and I thought I didn't burn myself, I'll just pick it up, and next thing you know, I'm like, you know, I'll look down or so. I don't know. Somehow I realize it's there, and I'm like, oh damn, I burned myself. Like the other day, right here, I was in the shower. I was taking a shower, and I was like, how did I burn myself? So apparently, it's not just the legs, but since I do have a problem with the left side, it's any area on the left side because I feel it on my right up here, and mm, the right leg. The right leg is like the left leg, because like I said, my legs is a different scenario. I may feel it more in my right than I would on my left, but I'll definitely feel it on my stomach. Like if I drop if I'm smoking and I dropped it on my stomach, because that's another thing. Um, my fingers will just stop working. I can think I have the grasp. You're right. Yeah, what a thought. Like especially is and it's for little things, like not if I'm smoking a cigarette, like if I'm smoking Mary Jane, not a cigarette. Obviously, a cigarette is big enough, but if I'm smoking Mary Jane, wrong box. But if I'm smoking Mary Jane, then I will drop her, like not disrespectfully, not intentionally, obviously, because excuse me, why would I want to drop her? Like, why would anybody want to drop her? But I don't even know if Haley is still coming. But I won't feel when she slips between my fingers. Like I'll swear I'm holding her, and the next thing you know, it's like, what? And my fingers will still be closed, and like I had a good grip on it, and it's like gone. Or it could be a piece of paper. Sometimes it will happen with the big things. as well. Like somebody will hand me something and I think I have a good grip on it and it just like slips right through. Like I think my grip is closed well enough. You pinched her with the door? She good? Sorry, y'all. It raises my anxiety. It raises my anxiety. Especially since we ain't got no car, I can't take it to the vet. The same thing when one of the kids fall. Like, that's my baby too. Like, okay, I get it. Go outside. Okay, so what was I saying? That just I'm breathing. I'm breathing. You raise food that I don't even have up to my throat. I don't know what food is trying to come up because there's nothing in there, but I literally feel something in the back of my throat trying to come up. It's like I gotta throw up. I don't got nothing in my stomach. I'm good. I'm good. That was like a car crash. It sounded so. It didn't sound like Koa sound to me. Like to me, it's like triggered a PTSD thing. So it sounded like the car crash, like the accident. So it wasn't even. It wasn't Koa's scream to me. It brought a PTSD trigger. Just take her. I'm good. Go ahead, take her. I'm good. It started off with Koa's, and then it really did turn into a PTSD trigger. Like brought back all of a sudden like the memory of the car crash I had with Beba, the only car crash I've had my whole life. Knock on wood. The car was total. And this is only happening because I'm already dealing with the wheelchair. I was explaining to you guys why yesterday one call triggered me. It all has to do with the wheelchair. Like, but the wheelchair also has to do with the car accident. But for a second, the way that, because of the echoing in here and how loud it was, it just sounded like the darn when I did the horn and at the end, the impact, and it just, this one I couldn't control. Yesterday's I could control. This one right now I couldn't control because this was a trigger. But then again, yesterday's was a trigger too because of the wheelchair. So I may have not been able to control. Y'all could let me know. I don't know. But regardless, the whole reason why why I was on edge over, like why I guess I spazzed on the guy, the bill collector, when he was trying to call me over the bill, which was after I got in the wheelchair phone call of, hey, you're getting your wheelchair, which should be a happy moment, and I should have been in a good mood. Was because, like I was saying, the wheelchair I'm getting is a level 3 wheelchair, which is an MS wheelchair. It's for MS patients. I haven't been diagnosed with MS, and they actually thought it wasn't going to get approved. But they themselves had asked me why was I not diagnosed with MS when all of my signs and my symptoms are of MS, which is why the wheelchair that they recommend and fits me for what I have and need would be that wheelchair. So it just makes me wonder what proof was given to the insurance company for it to be approved, because on my end, I haven't heard anything of anything, seen anything of anything, or know anything of anything. So it was like a bittersweet. It was like, how did it get approved? Because they were even iffy themselves on if they pushed back, we can go. They had a backup wheelchair for in case if it was denied because of that simple fact I didn't have that diagnosis. So they had a backup wheelchair plan, like for in case if there was a pushback and it didn't go through, there was another one, but they really were pushing for that one first. But we had a backup one picked out so that we didn't have to go through the process again. This way, we were just ready. Apparently, the backup plan wasn't needed. How come? What am I not being told? What am I not seeing? What am I in the dark about? So that was like a bittersweet moment for me, and I guess it was kind of like, okay, great, because I need it. Don't get me wrong. Some days I can start where I can walk okay, and all of a sudden, you literally start to see me like I'll walk at a regular pace and I'll start slowing down like a snail, slower, slower, and slower, and slower, and slower, and then I have no choice but to say, fuck it, I gotta use it. And in this place, it's limited space, so I'm limited to how much I can actually move with it. Um, it's like a bittersweet moment. It really is. It really is honestly a bittersweet moment. And it's a hard pill to swallow. Like a hard pill to swallow. A very hard pill to swallow. And there goes a damn rat. Sorry. I really got like I'm not already triggered enough. But okay. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you for watching this far. It means a lot. Stupid rat just ran across all the way over there to the darn deep freezer. Oh, she had a little tantrum on the way back. Temper tantrum. God. The kids were outside getting on the bus, the last two kids, I think. And she didn't want to go on the bus. She was trying to jump on me, trying to run around, trying to see how she gets this stuff. Are you kidding? Oh, no, she probably thought they were in danger. Remember, she didn't even know what a bus is. Solano? Said put more on the ball? That's probably what it is, because she doesn't understand that it's okay. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because she was like, she was probably worried. I never seen her protective mode. Hold on. What's going on? Where they going? Who they leaving with? No, I mean after that. She was yelling at the grown-ups. Why was she yelling at the grown-ups? She all the way to the starting of the sidewalk over here. She was so letting the kids go. Yeah, I guess so. But that was funny because she was fine all the way walking until we got to was it the big parking lot? Yeah. Over. And then she noticed people over there. She stopped, so I stopped and made some. She started barking. She went like the little subtle, like the loud, with the little subtle here and there, little whispering. Yeah. Except she was being loud about it. She was talking shit. Oh shit, Cole was talking shit. No, I just text Jackie to see if Haley was coming, and she hasn't texted back. How long is she? Well, it's just on the recording. This was going good. I'll pause and call. Alright, sorry, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I just had to call and check on them because I was supposed to watch Haley, and she didn't show up. So I just had to make sure she was good. She was good. Just make sure we all good and copacetic. But So yeah, so the cause like a bittersweet because it's like, you know, how did y'all get it approved? Where were the proof? Where was the proof that where were the diagnosis? Like, what was the diagnosis? Because from my understanding, I had a completely different diagnosis. A completely different diagnosis. But then again, I did have a second MRI done, and nobody called me back about it. And I know my fault with this short-term memory. Every time I remember about it, I'm like, I'm called a doctor. Then something else distracts me, and here we are again. And I think it's like low key, my brain does that on purpose because it doesn't want to know. It is afraid to find out, what they gotta say. So I feel like my brain sabotages my well, it's not best right. Sorry, ADHD moment. My bad. Apologies. Not apologetically me. Not apologetically me. What is going on with another moment? Yo, if you have been here with me till this moment, thank you. Thank you for writing out my little mental PTSD breakdown. Thank you for writing out my current non focused moment that I don't know why it's here right now, but it is. I just think I'm not regular. I'm not your regular person. What can I tell you? I'm not. I cannot. I can write out content if I want. I can sit there and tell you I have plans of talking about this. Zoom, 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 zoom. I'm gonna top it off with an emotional person. Then this is like right out the window. I cannot apologize for being who I am. I have embraced myself, and I'm learning to love myself and accept myself for who I am. All I can ask is that y'all do the same and learn to love me for who I am, just like I can learn to love y'all for who y'all are. That's all I can ask. Can't ask for nothing else. I wouldn't ask anybody to change for me unless you have something that's harmful to yourself. And if you're harmful to me, then you wouldn't be a part of my life because I'd be removing myself out of your life. I have not been taking care of my nails at all. So sad. Um, I really want coffee, but I don't know, man. It's Um, so yeah, so the wheelchair feelings and emotions are like, what is up with these? I'm sorry, I am so not focused right now. I'm still on my nails. I told you she's good now. Oh. They called her. They said she can go to school. They messed. I think they did something illegal they weren't supposed to do, and then told her she can go back to school and in school suspension. And so we're meeting. So in other words, they violated her rights, and they found out or realized it and tried to fix it really fast. Yeah. So when the dude called me about the old T-Mobile bill and was like, oh, blah, 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 we need you to, about, paying the bill. And I'm like, dude, I am living in a motel. I am not making it. I ended up in a wheelchair. I'm like, this is not the right time for this. Like, I'm already suicidal. Like, well, yeah, I'm already on a ledge right now. Like, you gotta push me off this ledge. You want to, and then he's apologizing, but it's still trying to. Yo, I was like, I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but I'll be really honest. I already done told you there's no way I have no money, no money, no money. I said from the moment that y'all built and I get paid, my life went downhill after that, and I ended up in a wheelchair. So it was not paid, not on purpose. You feel me? I was like, so, because this was all during lyrical and everything that's happened in my life since then. Yeah, it's a lot of stories, a lot of stories, a lot of stories. And so I had a mental breakdown, and I basically told him all of this. I I could be proud of myself of the fact that I did not disrespect him. So the old me would have cussed him out filthy, would have basically told him where to go, how to get there, how to come back and go again, and you know what I'm saying, and whatever the case may be. But I didn't. I held my composure in that aspect, so I didn't allow the bipolar to kick in. But I had a little mental breakdown where, like, I basically was just like, told him my darn life story in a summary and was like, I don't want to be rude and disrespectful, but I will be hanging up this phone now because you are driving me to the edge, even though you're stating that you don't want to, but that's exactly what you are doing. And if you guys continue to call, that's exactly what's going to happen. Because no matter how many times you call me, the answer will continue to be the same at this current moment. And I was like, so I will be disconnecting the call now. And I hung up. I guess if I found the mouse, rat, whatever. So, like I said, I can now, talking to you guys, realize that I can be proud of myself and not disappointed in what happened yesterday. Because even though I had a little meltdown, I was not rude. And even though I did give him, you know, a little bit of power over my emotions, I did not allow myself to escalate. So I didn't really give him power over my emotions, because giving him power over my emotions would have meant that I flipped and I spazzed. And I didn't do that. And talking to you guys right now, I just realized that I'm like so proud of myself right now. That just made me feel better. Thank you. You guys really did just make me feel better. Like, this is awesome. I'm like so proud of myself right now because I really was feeling so down about it. Like, I felt so down. I was like, I've been working so hard on this. Like, I've been working so hard on this to where I haven't even been letting the kids, like, affect my emotions. Like, I've been really trying so hard just for me to just throw it out the window. I was just like, no, why? Why would I do that? Like, why did I allow that to happen? But I never really paid attention to, like, what I said. I was just upset that I was upset. I was upset that I allowed myself to get upset. I was upset that I even let it get to that point, period. That was not okay with me. I thought I had already progressed to that point. And then it was like, then in that same day, not even like an hour later, I get a call from another bill collector. I already had a meltdown with one, and here calls another one. With that one, I obviously handled it way differently because I already had that mental guilt of how I handled the first one. But with that one, I had already spoken with previously and already had an agreement on something. So I was just upset that they were calling before the date that they were supposed to call. So I was just kind of like, well, I'm a little bothered because I had already agreed upon a date. Person was like, oh, well, that person's no longer on your account. I apologize. Oh, I see it in the notes now. Well, look, I already had a difficult call. I had a call today about my wheelchair being permanent, like it's being delivered tomorrow, and I'm already trying to process this. Like, so today's just not a really easy day for me. And then she was like, my apologies, and blah blah. And it was an easier call than the first one. But I think, like I said, I think the first one was more because I had just gotten the call about the wheelchair, and I was still trying to internally process it and be okay with how. Like, I know they called and they said it was approved and they were delivering it. That's one thing. But now it's physically coming. Like, that's another thing. So now it was like, how did it really get approved? Like, what the fuck? It's really about to be here. Like, what the fuck? Like, I know this is not written in stone. I know I can work hard on getting my body back to where it needs to be or getting answers. So if this is the new thing, then for me to figure out how I can make the new thing stronger so that I can use my body more than the chair. Um, like, so I can know what I need to do because I still have kids I need to raise, and two of them with their autism, they're always going to need me. You know, they're always going to need me. So I have to do my best to be there as long as I can be there. They're my responsibility. They're my babies. They're my world. I mean, Stinkadoodle might never leave. Who knows? But I don't want her to feel like she has to be responsible. And so it's a possibility of it having to be that way. It's the story of my life. So I have to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can to be as, you know, diligent as I can with my health. I didn't really realize how important it was. Okay, I did the gastrics, I did the band so I could lose because I used to be 550 pounds. Then I did the sleeve because the band caused so many complications. I lost a lot of weight. Then, I had lyrical gain, weight loss, weight, whatever, gain, whatever. Now I'm losing my weight again. Like, now I have a lot of excessive skin. It's just a lot of excessive skin. Like, I'm trying to do what I can, and my body is like, I'm tired, and I'm like, no, I'm getting it. Like, I understand now. I get it. Hold on, cooperate with me, work with me, work with me. But about now, it's like a little too late. But it's not. because I'm not giving up. I just need my body to cooperate with me. But my mind is tired too. Like I gave it so many years of no help. You know, I wasn't the nicest to my mind, and my mind wasn't the nicest to me either. My upbringing didn't help, and the toxic parent didn't help. I left myself in that situation for way too long, and then I put myself in other toxic relationships because of that situation. And then I was a toxic relationship to myself. My relationship with myself was toxic. How can your own relationship with yourself be toxic? That's bad. That's not good. So I'm not surprised that my body is doing what it's doing. I just need to get stronger mentally so I can get stronger physically, so I can heal my body and heal myself, continue to heal myself. Because if I don't get full function of my body, I'm cool with that. But I know I can get some more than what I have now. Like, I'm not going to refuse to accept, like, that's not true because I have to live within my truth. But, like I said, nothing is written in stone. What you put in is what you get. So, I'm going to put in so that I can get. And I didn't put in nothing to myself in the past because I was so busy putting in to everybody else that didn't deserve except for my kids. My kids deserved it. But everybody else that I put in, I reaped nothing from. I reaped nothing from them. And those that I should have reaped things from were people that I was in relationships with or we were in a partner with, like we're doing something together. Like I didn't reap. It was always a one-sided deal, and I invested and invested, and I would see things in people that they didn't see in themselves, and it's like I never realized that I couldn't wish that upon them. They had to want it for themselves. So like I was investing in them and trying to like nurture them into what that potential that they had, but if they didn't want it, it wasn't gonna happen. I couldn't fathom seeing a person not give their full potential. Like if I saw that a person had like this nurturing, like loving, like I don't know how to explain it. Like it depends on the person. I would see certain things in people, and I would try to I don't know how to explain it. Like there was this employee I had. She was shy. I mean, from my understanding, from what somebody else told me, she used to talk junk about my behind my back, whatever. I don't know how true that is, but from what I understood, our relationship I thought was, you know, respectful and mutual, and I thought we were actually friends. So I don't know if she really did talk ill about my name behind my back or anything like that, but I do know that I, when I was living it at the moment, we were cool, we were friends. Like I had her around my kids, like we were friends, and I had her back. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like she had mine. So I saw like she had mad potential, but I felt like she just didn't believe in herself. Like she didn't believe in her skills, and she didn't believe in the things that she could do. So when I worked with her, I would try to get her to come out her shell, be a little more alive, I guess you could say, you know. And she would. You would get more smiles out of her. She would talk a little bit more, and I started to notice that I didn't have to like prompt conversations out of her, you know. I didn't have to prompt a smile out of her. When customers were coming around, she was a little more talkative, you know. That 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 shyness wasn't there as much. Her personality was shining a lot more, and I didn't notice it at first, because at first I was like, man, it's gonna take me a second to really get this chick to come out this shell. Like I ain't never had to work in my life, and after I really noticed it, I was like, I hadn't realized it before because I was so invested within her that I was in the picture, not outside the picture. So I wasn't looking at it from the outside. So I would have caught it earlier if I was looking at it from the outside. But she had already progressed. Like she was really honestly like opening up, and just there was a different personality. Like it was just she shined a lot more. The shyness didn't you didn't see that shyness as much as when I'm saying in the beginning. And it was awesome to watch her grow because that confidence, she had a confidence. There was confidence there within her skills, but it was a different confidence. And then that confidence grew into a more like a self worth confidence. You know, like I now know my confidence type of confidence. And it was nice seeing that. It was really nice seeing that. Like I really loved seeing that growth. It was awesome watching her grow. It was like watching a butterfly. And I love that I had the opportunity to help her come up out that shell. It made my job awesome. Plus, it made my team work better. It made my team work smooth. Because once she came out her shell, it was easier. We all was flowing. Even we were flowing, but we were actually flowing. You know, just flowed, and we were hated for it. But it's okay. It's all right. That's why people don't like me now. But it's okay. I accept it, and it's all right. Because it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna always be disliked by somebody. But as long as I love me and my relationship with me is an awesome one, that's all that really matters. And I've learned that now. It's taken me this long to actually learn that. Yeah. And all this over a wheelchair. I'm processing all this while we are talking. This is why I say I can't do thought out content. I'm literally processing all of this while we are talking. Like, this is all coming from my wheelchair conversation. Like, from, I have not thought of none of this before. I have not processed any of this before. Like, this is all straight up being processed at the moment while I'm recording this for you guys. So, this is why when I tell you guys, honestly, thank you for helping me process this. I seriously, literally mean thank you for helping me, because if I wasn't here recording my content for you guys or just checking in or whatever it is that I start the video with, I wouldn't process whatever it is that I'm processing at the moment. It's because of you guys. You guys motivate me to come on here. You guys motivate me to push further. You guys motivate me to get balanced. And you guys motivate me to keep wanting to find that balance so that I can keep helping others find their balance. So I really mean thank you. And when I say thank you for watching until whenever you watch or however far along you watch, I mean it, because I really do be feeling like y'all be here with me when I be doing my recordings. Like, I don't feel like I'm by myself. I honestly feel like, even though I know you guys are gonna hit play after I obviously upload the video, I'm not insane. Or am I? Oh, my nose. I do know that you guys are watching this afterwards, so I know that it's not live, like I'm when I do the live podcast. But I feel like you guys are with me when I do my recordings, which allows me to open up and explore my feelings, my thoughts, and it allows us to kind of, let y'all in our home and in our world and our lives and in our madness, and it feels nice. That's why I really do say thank you, because it's nice to know that I'm not alone. Even if you're just watching to be nosy, I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get. Mm, mm, mm. Anyways, but my wheelchair comes today, so I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know when this video is gonna come up, but you'll be seeing the wheelchair. I'll show you guys what it looks like and what it does. So be in tune for the wheelchair. And I've been on here for too long. You guys don't watch my videos this long. I already know that. So I'm just gonna hop off. So I hope that you guys have a blessed and beautiful day. Oh, one more thing, one more thing. I need people for case study for my coaching program. Um, for my coaching certification. I need about 6 people, so if I have any volunteers, that would be amazing. Anybody willing to be coached, mentored, please shoot me an email. You can shoot me an email, Lynette, LINETTEH, at life as a single parent mental illness.blog. Sorry, you guys, the neurological thing kicked in. Or life as a parent mental illness at gmail.com. You can also find it on the blog as well. The email's up there too. I just need some people that are willing to, work the process It's for free. Literally, it's you just volunteer an hour a week. That's all it is. It's virtual, so virtual. I just need some people who are willing to work on themselves, that are willing to let me help them, and hope to hear from you guys. All right, don't forget to make today count for tomorrow. Ain't promised anyone. Oh man.